Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be finishing up our melody. Once again, I'm going to show you what to do, and then I want you guys to go on your own and do it yourself. You should have made a few melodies already, so take your favorite one and open it. We're going to add some stuff on top of it. So this is the melody I made in the last module. Let's listen to it. So what I want to do is add a chord progression under this. Now, the easiest way for adding chord progressions under a melody is looking for common tones. And common tones are notes that are going to be shared in the melody as well as the chords. So we're going to go through the chords in F sharp minor, and we're going to see which ones have this F sharp. The tonic of F sharp minor is F sharp minor. So this is a common tone right here because they both have this F sharp. The diminished 2 does not have an F sharp in it. And we're going to keep going up until we see this common tone. So the major third does not have the F sharp. Minor fourth does have an F sharp at the top, so this is also a common tone. The minor 5 does not have it. The major 6 does have it. You can see the F sharp in the middle. Last chord is the 7th, and that does not have it. The melody is playing F sharp, and now we are looking for chords within our scale that contain the F sharp. So this is one, this is not one, this is not one, this is one. So we have 3 possibilities here. We have the minor 1, the major 6th, and the minor 4. And all these chords have a different sound to them, so make sure you try them all out and see which one you like the best. I'm going to move this up an octave to give space for my chords, so let's listen to the minor 1 first. That sounds good. Let's try out the minor 4. That sounds nice too. Let's try out the major 6. Okay, I don't like the major 6 because I want it to be a very dark sounding sample, so I'm going to use the minor 1. And you're pretty much going to repeat this process for the rest of your melody. Once again, look at your melody and find the common tones. So we have a D in the melody, so I can do either the diminished 2, or the minor 4, or the major 6. So I think that the diminished 2 is going to sound good, because I still want that dark sound. That sounds really good. We have an F sharp again. I don't want it to be too repetitive, so I'm not going to use this chord. Instead, I'm going to do the minor 4. So I'm just going to move these notes over like that. By the way, you only have to be mindful of the common tone when you're changing the chord. So there's this E and the C sharp here, and that's not part of my B minor chord, but I'm completely ignoring it because the chord isn't changing here. It's changing on this F sharp. So I'm using my ear right now to help guide the chord progression. So I want a chord to have this G sharp in it. So maybe it's going to go back to this minor 2 chord. That's good. I'm going to change up the harmonic rhythm to make it more interesting. So I think the 5-3 bounce is going to work well with this one. Now the melody sounds a bit different because now this D sounds like it's suspended because it's going over that chord change. Bam, bam. Maybe one more chord change right there. Okay, I like the chord progression. I don't like how it sounds with the rest of the melody. So I'm going to just change the melody. You know, nothing is concrete. Feel free to move everything around. It's very important that everything meshes well together. So that's the new melody. Yeah, so this is my chord progression in the key of F sharp minor. It's 1, 2, 4, 2, 5. Okay, so that is our melody. So let's add a harmony now. Now I know the C sharp is going to sound good because it has a common tone with the 1 chord. Let's go downward. Yeah, so doing the 3rd there. So hitting the 3rd. Doing the 3rds again. This kind of repeats, but now it's doing a different chord, so the C might not work anymore. Let's move it up to a D. I want to move all of these up an octave. That sounds really nice. Kind of goes in separate directions, but it still sounds really good because it's hitting that third interval. And now the last thing we're going to do is add a counter melody. Really just using my ear. Yeah, I like this counter melody. Not too busy, but it adds a little bit of complexity. So what I want to do now is put everything on separate instruments. So this is the instrument I'm going to put my main melody on. I'm actually going to bring it down an octave as well, just so it has a bit of fullness. I think this octave is good for the counter melody. Let's get another one for the chords. That sounds good. I want something really long and sustained. And then if I bring it down an octave, they kind of give each other space now. And maybe I keep the harmony as the piano, because that kind of still sounds nice. Might find a different instrument for the counter melody, actually. So what people like to do in their beats is kind of break them all down into little sections. There could be a section where it's just the chords by itself, or maybe just the chords and the counter melody, or maybe just the melodies. And when you do this in your beats, now you're creating a lot of contrast. There's certain moments like this where it's really low energy, and there's other moments where it's really high energy. So make sure you guys take that into consideration as well. So on your own, I want you to take one of your own melodies, expand the melody, add a chord progression under it, add a harmony, and add a counter melody. You definitely don't need every single one of these components every time you make a beat, but this is really good practice when you're honing your skills in music theory and composing. And once again, keep experimenting. Try a couple different chord progressions. Maybe add 5 counter melodies on top of this one. The more you practice, the easier it gets, so make sure you just keep making stuff.